something that is better than what they were experiencing right then and there in those difficult post-war years.
Yeah, your comment, the quote on the two lands, the two men, and the two souls. We have a cousin who he was born in Italy, and his father migrated to the United States to Cole. He's my age. And then they moved back to Italy for a while, and so every summer he goes and spends, this summer he was there for 7 weeks, and he struggles with this all the time. And especially because he relinquished his Italian citizen to become an American citizen, fought in Vietnam, and now that my husband and I have acquired our Italian citizenship, it just kills him. And he goes back and forth, and he said he doesn't know who he is. When he's there, he wants to be there, but then his family would where he's here. And he struggles with this. And this year, he said it was the worst.
Yes, I've recently done a book on Chicago's Italians after World War II, and I was struck by the fact that they were very successful, and they were very pleased with their accomplishments, and very amazingly well adjusted. Although I'm sure that there is a psychological cost to this, but they really did very well. And went into business much better than I think they moved socially. They were more socially mobile than the earlier immigrants who came before World War II.
Well, but that doesn't. I mean, the fact that they were successful in what, like socially, financially, that doesn't mean necessarily that they're not going through exactly. I mean, this guy in Camilleri's short story, the guy's a professor, so by your standards, is accomplished, quote unquote. He would be one of those you would study and go like, wow, that's a successful story. Nevertheless, when he's in his 80s, he goes back. Nostalgia, homesickness, call it,
yeah,
however you want it. But there's no direct correlation between the fact that he's successful and the fact that he's totally, Americanized and totally at ease with his identity. Still struggling.
Yeah, well, I mean, my experience with them, and maybe it was superficial, was that they were happy with their lives.
Well, we're still talking about the realm of fiction here.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Okay, well.
But still, what is interesting is that there is, as far as I know, there are a few works of fiction, basically, Italian fiction, especially recently, that talks about immigration tied to identity issues. So it's interesting, especially Camilleri. He's so famous right now in Italy. It's unbelievable. He's, I don't know, maybe the most famous, the best-selling novelist and short story writer in Italy right now. So especially not only because of what he writes and what he wrote, but also because actually it's really interesting because a very famous, popular TV series has come out of his Montalbano series, and the most recent news, 15 days ago, BBC has bought the rights to the whole Montalbano series, and they're going to show it prime time in Italian with subtitles in English, in British. Montalbano, the British guy. I don't know. That would be an interesting thing. Oh yeah, yeah.
Today's
yeah.
It's about the secret society.
Il campo del Vasario? No.
No. It's about the secret society of a priest luring a woman. I forgot.
No.